well thought out products. By the way, real quick before the video starts, two things to mention. Number one, my videos last minute, no, on the 21st or 22nd. Nah, buddy. The same day that this is coming out, I completely procrastinated this time. I really did get ahead of myself. And the second thing. Like, what? 50,000? I mean, are you kidding me? In less than 3 years, guys? Like, really? But no, seriously, guys, thank you so much for the support. 50,000 views is absolutely insane. I mean, actually, whoa, let's pop it up real quick. Yep, there you have it. 50,985 views. Thanks, guys. Back to regularly scheduled video. Oh no. The iPad Pro. I already hear the comments typing away, all my tech fans being like, "Oh, what have some ant? Oh, the iPad Pro is useless nowadays. Why do you have it? A total waste of money. Oh no, it's gonna be a bad video." So, in order for this to make sense, quick history for you, right? Apple started selling iPads, right? I know this is not the first ever iPad, but just deal with it, okay? So Apple started selling iPads in 2010, and in the beginning, they were basically iPhones just with a larger screen. Same capabilities as an iPhone, just with a larger screen. And there were obviously two sides of this. One was like, well, obviously, why would you buy a bigger iPhone? And the other people were like, well, we now have a bigger display, and in the future, this could really be something powerful. Apple kept making slight iterations to the iPad until eventually we had iPad Pros, which were more powerful than iPhones with their brand new own chipsets and sometimes than the Intel-based Macs. So once we reached that threshold where the iPads were officially some of the most powerful devices you could buy from Apple, people wanted them to leave iOS, which is where Apple released iPadOS. And for the most part, we were happy. And then in 2021, an M1 iPad Pro with proper Mac chipsets, which then, at this moment, people were thinking Apple's either going to do one of two things. Completely revamp iPadOS and macOS was the strong contender, which is what people believed. Well, expectations is the gateway to disappointment. And, yeah, we don't necessarily have macOS yet. This is the main issue with iPads in 2024. But today in this video, I'll be explaining my personal thoughts on the current state of the iPad and how I think it's the golden example of how great products can suck. Well, let's get right into it. So starting with the positives, so I don't get like that much, positive comments right off the bat. I like the hover feature. I like that it has a USB 4 Thunderbolt. Apple's always done this really good with the iPad Pros, the speaker system. The display. Look, you can play Minecraft. Look at the resolution of that bee right there. Look at him. This display perfectly keeps up nowadays. I mean, look at that bee. The microphone and cameras are pretty good, There's one time, I was hungry, wanted some good apples, so, I was at the mall and I saw a store that looked like an apple, and, like, I had a bite taken out of it, so I was like, oh, this is probably a discount Apple store. Like, I go to a bunch of these boxes filled with, the apples, and, like, I left $10 on the table, thought that was enough for 7 boxes of apples, and like, I for some reason I got stopped by the cops, and like, I just didn't understand that like apples were technology. Like, I thought apples were fruit. Clearly something went wrong with me in the education system. No wonder I failed. Oh, the camera on this thing sucks. Clear to say the front-facing camera isn't necessarily going to be used to create the next Minecraft movie. Aren't that good, but the microphone was actually kind of decent, But yeah, I honestly think the front-facing camera on this thing is actually better. Hold. Actually, I think it's a close second place. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not 100% sure. And I like that it has an M2 chip. Yep, that's it. I'm all out of nice things to say about why is this still here? Yeah, I'm all out of nice things to say. Now it's time to talk about The reason why so many people hate the iPad, not because of the hardware. The hardware is the good part. The part that sucks is the oh so dreaded iPad OS 18 especially. The first major thing that iPad OS was lacking is sideloading, which I can already smell the comments of the people from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean commenting, buddy, what do you mean? I've been able to, install Happy Wheels from my .go browser for years. But like, what do you mean? To which I tell you, you're lucky that you have good people who actually, implement these laws for the better of you. But, here in the US, we still do not have such luxuries. But yes, sideloading is such a simple thing that would make the iPad infinitely better as a tool. Second major problem that I have with the iPad is multitasking. Let me show you an example of this. Does multitasking on the iPad suck? So let's just say theoretical situation. I want to, check the weather right in Madrid. It's nice and toasty over there. Now let's just say that with your weather, you want to, look at the flights happening in the United States. But on top of that, you want to get extra fancy, so you close this, and then you realize a major problem with multitasking, which is you're very much limited to a set of windows that you can have, which is not what happens on the Mac. Then, let's just say you want to get, extra multitasking. You want to be extra productive and get off that sofa. Well, stay in that sofa, but be productive while you're stuck in that sofa, chugging a can of Pepsi. You also want to be productive. You want to open the Files app, and you realize that it sucks on iPad OS. Another problem. And you want to open Freeform because, you want to write down what you're thinking of. You want to think about what you're thinking in your mind. You have that. But also, on top of that crazy level of productivity, you want ChatGPT to help you with your homework. Oh, wait, hold up. What just happened to the app right there? Must be glitches, this is a beta at the end of the day. Let's open it back up. Oh, but it went away. But now the other one went away. What's going on? Yep, with the iPad Pro multitasking on Stage Manager, you can only have 4 apps open at once. And guess what you can do on the Intel out-of-date 5-year-old MacBook Air? Oh, just casually being able to have 6 applications open in the background and having them at the right size that you want for maximum productivity. Yeah, not really a big deal for a 5-year-old MacBook. Oh, you're low on bats? Well, too bad you're gonna have to deal with it this whole video. Oh, wait, did it just go by itself? I walked away, did it just go by itself or did I click deal with it? I don't know. But yes, multitasking on the iPad sucks. Like I said, definitely not for performance or for RAM, because both of these have 8 gigs of RAM. Let's just ask this guy, Wait a second. It actually knows who I am? That's honestly kind of surprising. That one, I mean, this is kind of inaccurate, but I wasn't expecting that. Back to regularly scheduled video. Okay, I promised I'd go back to regularly scheduled video, but I asked it to tell me some fun facts about the creator, and okay, ChatGPT, you got a few things, right? Like, he's passionate about aviation, gaming. I'm getting back to that. Spoilers for upcoming videos. Which inspired the channel's name. Okay, good. They have backgrounds in both fields. This is where the information really gets accurate. And one fun fact is that they're a licensed pilot. No, that's not true, guys. I'm not a licensed pilot. At least I don't think so. Maybe ChatGPT knows some stuff about me that I don't know about myself. And they also proceeded to roast me by saying, additionally, the creator is known for their dry humor and often engages with their audience in a lighthearted way. So then I asked it, so what do you say his jokes are bad? I wouldn't say the jokes are bad. They're just on the dry and witty side. Okay. Back to my video, seriously. So I went to follow my dietitian's advice, and now it's 8:30 p.m. so I have to hurry up this review. Apple is not interested at all at giving the iPad macOS, and for one main reason. The iPad was made to be a touch-first interface. Guess what macOS wasn't made for? First, a touch-based interface. Did you see a problem here? The iPad and Mac are two completely separate things. The iPad is made for people who want pro features, but just want a touch-based interface. You want a photo edit, you want a video edit, you can do that on this, just in a touch-based interface. The Mac is also really good for creative stuff, but it's not a touch-based interface. It's all about commands and keyboards and stuff. So these are two completely separate devices. And you might be like, but technically they would make more money off of this, especially since the fact that the brand new iPad Pros start at $1,000. And I bet you it does not cost them $1,000 to make those. Well, this is another problem. Apple doesn't care if you buy a Mac or an iPad. It's not that they want you to buy one or the other. They want you to buy both. So if they were to give macOS to the iPad, that would make them lose a customer from potentially buying a Mac to staying with the iPad. So yeah, Apple is just not interested and will never add macOS to the iPad. But you know, when all is said and done, at least Apple did one thing right, and that is finally add the calculator app. Yes, the iPad's been around for over 10 years, and Apple only just added the calculator to the iPad. And people were way too excited about it.
About a feat that some may have concluded must be a mathematical impossibility. That's right, we're bringing it.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like. But if you didn't, please leave a dislike. If you have any feedback on how to improve these videos, please leave them down in the comments. And speaking of the comment section, since you guys helped me hit 50,000 views, as a thank you, I am going to be doing a Q&A. So any questions you guys have, leave them down in the comments, and I will potentially respond to them. I mean, if there's only like 2 questions, I won't do the Q&A. But if there's enough, then yes, I am doing the Q&A. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and we are late for scheduling. Had to go to water. Here's our daily reminder to drink water. H2O.